With LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga on its way, Lucasfilm recently put out a statement about how many characters will be in the game. Quote, "There are nearly 500 characters in this game, with many of them playable. When choosing characters for a game this large, we just looked at every film in the saga and tried to say yes as much as possible. That said, it often comes down to storytelling and the specific role of the character in the quest and game progression. Of course, we have almost all your favorite heroes and villains from the films, many background players, a few surprises, and Yaddle. With an absurd amount of potential characters, I think it'd be a good time to take a look at my predictions for who these may be. I won't be including characters that have been in previous games, such as Captain Rex, Cody, or Hondo, or anyone else you care about. This is all purely speculation, so let's get started. First off, I think it's totally possible we could see characters all the way back from the Knights of the Old Republic era. With EA's Galaxy of Heroes featuring almost all of them, those characters being Revan, who already has a LEGO figure, Karth, Bastila, Zalbar, and Mission, Canderous Ordo, HK-47, Malik, Malgus, Nihilus, and whoever else I left out. I know they're not really part of the Skywalker saga, but with 500 characters and an incredibly devoted fanbase for the Coder games, I definitely think there's a possibility for a DLC for these guys. After Knights of the Old Republic, we have the Prequel Era, and while most prequel characters will probably be back from the original LEGO Star Wars, there's a few that I think they could squeeze in. I think we should be able to see the rest of the Jedi Council, such as Eth Koth, Depa Billaba, and Coleman Kachak, and who could forget Yaddle, who is already confirmed. I also think it'd be really funny if we got to play as Coleman Trevor, who dies instantly. Along with this, I think we could definitely work in a whole bunch of Padme's outfits, since she wears a ton. After the prequels, there's a whole bunch of Clone Wars skins that they can do based off some clones we've never seen before, like Fives, Echo, the Bad Batch, and Ahsoka's 332nd Battalion. It'd also be cool to get the different era of Ahsoka skins, including her newest one, maybe even the one with her hood or the mechanic suit she wears in the Martez Sisters arc. I also think we could see the Martez Sisters being playable. Not much else to say about that. Maul's Mandalorians would make super cool skins, and off topic, but a young Wolf Yularen could be really fun. Of course, recently it was announced on the LEGO box for the 501st Battle Pack that we'd be able to play as them in game. Also, could we get the father, son, and daughter from the Mortis arc of Clone Wars? Like, how cool would that be? Moving on to solo characters, Kira, L337, Beckett, Dryden Voss, Beckett's girlfriend, and that monkey guy could all be possible. I also think we could get a younger Han Solo and a childish Gambino Lando, and the other outfits they wear. As for Rogue One, we could also get a handful of non-Skywalker saga characters utilized, such as Jyn Erso, Cassian Andor, who's getting his own show, Saw Gerrera, Krennic, Chirrut Imwe, and Baze Malbus. K2SO and Bodhi the pilot would also be nice. Alright, so in Star Wars The Force Awakens, we got a Rebels DLC with the whole Ghost crew. However, I think in this game, it'd be kind of cool to play as the villains. The Grand Inquisitor, Old Master Maul, hopefully a bit better than BF2's, Agent Callus, Governor Price, Gar Saxon, that Grey Ninja guy, and everyone else. Also, Sabine's mom, along with the rest of her family, would be super fun to play as. Maybe even the rest of Sabine's hair colors. I almost forgot. Thrawn. For original trilogy characters, I honestly couldn't think of anything. It seemed like they pretty much covered it all in the first couple games. However, I did put down Dengar, who was voiced by Simon Pegg in the Clone Wars, and I'd really like to see if they could pull off Cy Snoodles as well. I don't believe he was in the last game. Luke's friend Big Dark Lighter would also be great. Alright, post OT, I put down the main characters for the Resistance show, Kaz, along with the Mandalorian characters, those being Mando, Moff Gideon, Cardoon, Grief Karga, and who could forget, Baby Yoda. The Mandalorian ship, the Razor Crest, was actually confirmed to be in the game recently on the box set for the LEGO. Because the last LEGO Star Wars game was The Force Awakens, I've elected to just skip The Force Awakens characters entirely. So, for The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, I think we could see Rose, Haldo, the Master Codebreaker, Commander Daisy, and an older Luke Skywalker, and maybe even a Porg. The Rise of Skywalker, Palpatine, Rey, Finn, Poe, Rose, and Kylo's new clothing for that movie would be nice. Also, even the new characters for that movie could get appearances such as Zori Bliss, Janna, and Pride. Oh yeah, and
They fly
Climate
now!
Troopers. Alright, unanimous characters that would be cool are all the ghost characters that we see in the movies, maybe even some Star Wars video games characters such as Iden Versio, Cal, and who knows, maybe even the Force Unleashes' very own Starkiller. But that might be asking for too much. And maybe even Indiana Jones will make his return. But finally, I think it would be the craziest thing ever to get George Lucas himself playable. Kathleen Kennedy was playable in the last game, so it only makes sense that the creator himself should be in this one. Alright, that's it. In total, it comes out to about 120 characters. So that, along with all the previous game characters, leaves room for a few more characters. I'm so excited for this game, and if you watched up until now, chances are you are too. Thank you for watching, and thank you to the game developers for working so incredibly hard on this massive game. Oh yeah, and I'm new to YouTube, so subscribe if you want to help me out.